Reading.
Don't show the captain.
Why not?
You can't stand the sight of blood.
When you're on the raid, how can you be a pirate and not stand the sight of blood? When you're on a raid, ain't there lots of blood?
Pints of it. Gallons.
And what happens to the captain?
He never looks. He averts his gaze because he's afeard of what will happen. Truth is, Violet, all the silverware, such like swords and knives, are mostly free for show. We fry it, but we don't actually use it unless we have to. The truth is, Violet, us pirates are mostly a bunch of pussycats.
What's a pussycat?
A little furry thing that isn't dangerous.
Ooh, thank goodness.
Days went by, and Violet became more and more like any of us pirates on the ship. She loved to climb the rigging and look out over the sea. The only world she knew was the sea and what the pirates taught her. And she became one of us in every way. She stitched sails, she scrubbed the deck, and she peeled potatoes until her hands were raw. We didn't know Violet's birthday, so each year we celebrated the day that we found her. And that was the happiest day of the year. We would put on a merry show. We would have eating competitions, singing and dancing, and we would dress up as clowns and hit each other with fish. And we would tell jokes till our sides split. Violet would scream with laughter. Then the captain would bring out a cake, and we would all celebrate. It was the happiest day of the year. Violet could entertain the pirates, too. She would go out onto the plank and do flips and turns.
Wow.
We all loved Violet, but we had one strict rule. Until she was 8 years old, she was not allowed to take part on a raid. So every time we went on to another ship, Franklin locked her up. This was the worst time for Violet. Locked up in her cabin, she could only listen to the raid. The cries, the shouts, and the clash of swords. She never knew if the pirates were winning or losing. Was one of us wounded, or was it one of the other ones? If the raid was fast, and the other ship gave up their treasure quickly, the raid was quiet. One time, the Sleek Sally was assigned a boat that looked full of treasure. The boat was another pirate ship called the Bloody Susan. Violet looked out of her porthole and saw she was looking right into one of the rooms in the Bloody Susan. In there was a pirate cleaning his sword. When he was done, he took out all his treasure in a chest and hid it in a secret compartment under his chair. Suddenly, he looked up and saw Violet looking through the window at him. Violet was scared, and with good reason. The pirate was mad.
You're one of it! You saw everything!
He took his sword and jabbed it through the porthole at Violet. Since he missed, he reached over across the water and tried to reach into Violet's room, and Violet bit him on the hand. she was saved by her pirate friends.
Oh, that's not happening.
You okay, Violet?
I bit him.
Literally took his hand off.
He tried to hurt me.
That was jolly bad of him. Why do you want to do a thing like that?
That's some hiding stuff. It's in a secret compartment under his chair.
Good job, Violet! It ain't chocolate! Now my favorite, defining the treasure.
That's right. Is for Posse. Is for Big Bro. Is for Corky. Is for Franklin. Is for Little Joe. This is for me. And some more. And this is also for me. And this is for Violence.
Really? Thank you, Captain.
Now there's some gratitude.
Thank you, Captain!
Get out of here!
Keep your stash safe, Violet, and don't tell a soul where it is.
I know treasure's nice to look at, but what's it for?
A lady did.
Why do you want treasure on a rainy day?
Whenever there's trouble, lad, it's good to have money to help you through. Treasure is money. If we get enough of it, we'll be able to live the way we want to live.
What would you do if you had no treasure, Franklin?
Well, I'd buy me a nice boat, find me a nice woman, and sail around the world.
What would you do if you had enough treasure, Corky?
I think I'd send a big heap of it home to my brothers and sisters.
What about you, Percy?
Well, I think I'd run a tavern. I'd serve people drinks all day. And I'd tell them tales of the sea.
What would you do if you had enough treasure, Billy Joe?
I think he said he'd make a collection and sell tickets to see it.
Well,
Can't really tell with him. Here's his tax about.
And I'd get me some pigs. I had a pig once. It was a nice pig. I would take care of it and raise some of its piglets. Yep, that would be nice. Raising pigs.
Now, Violet, you better go hide that treasure. It disappears.
you're your beard back, Captain.
These grow fast.
Poor little Violet. She didn't know what she wanted to do with her treasure, and she thought it was interesting that none of the pirates said that they wanted to keep being pirates. All Violet knew was how to be a pirate. She'd never even been aboard another ship. But she loved her home and was amazingly graceful. She would walk along the ship's plank with the water splashing below her and do flips and tricks.
Careful, Violet, or you'll be shark food.
No problem.
Jolly Roger! I see it! An English flag! It must be packed with riches. Franklin, go set the course. She'll be on us pretty soon. We must prepare. Prepare. Now, Violet, I think you're ready to join us on a raid.
Really? Aye, aye, Captain.
Now, when you go on a raid, I expect you to behave in a truly rotten manner. We will be tying up some nice and kind people. You happy about doing that?
Aye, aye, Captain. I'm ready to be a pirate.
Good. Now we better get you a proper cutlass. I'll go check in here for one. Ta-da! Now, we will
Captain,
practice.
your sword is so much bigger than mine.
You and me. On guard. That means we will fight. I'll fillet you, you little ruffian.
No, you won't. Use the hands. It's better for your red-headed pirate.
Mercy, my lord!
Positions, pirates! The galleon approaches!
Unbelievable. An English ship full of coconuts. And not but a handful of treasure on board. Violet, what are you doing? We picked the bones of this barge fleet. We have to get back to the Sleek Sally.
Hey, Big Brother, what are these?
They is books.
What are they for?
For? Vile, they ain't for anything. Sling them overboard. Ah, but first, check that they ain't got no secret compartments for jewelry or paper money hidden in them.
Hey, Big Ron, what's that animal saying to that little girl?
I don't know. Ask Corky.
Why Corky?
'Cause he knows how to read.
Hey, Violet, what do you have there?
She wants to take these books, Corky.
Yeah, but I don't know how to read them.
Well, I can teach you.
Really?
Yeah, really. He'll teach you. Now let's get back to the Sleek Sally.
They got loose! I don't know how it happened! We have them all tied up and they got loose! Get up on deck! Captain and Franklin are fighting them all alone!
Arr!
We did it, boys! They abandoned ship and they're off in their skiff.
We was too much for him.
He is too terrifying! We are the fastest fighters on the sea!
We are. My hand, they've cut it off.
Well, now we know what happens when he sees blood.
Jeez, he's an overreactor.
I thought I saw that.
Tell me about it.
And it's still there, even though he thinks it's gone.
Hey, why don't they sit with one?
Corky was as good as his word. With the captain's blessing, he taught little Violet how to read. The captain figured Violet wouldn't be a pirate forever, so knowing whether a barrel is full of gunpowder or cornmeal wouldn't be a bad idea. The captain never thought that Violet would learn to love to read. She read day and night, and when she finished the books from the raid, she read them all over again. She was curious about the places in the books, and she wanted to visit them. She wanted to see a real life town with horses and people and buildings. She wanted to see cows and pigs on a farm. And just as Violet got a taste for reading, the captain lost his taste for raiding. He would sit in his cabin day and night, moaning and polishing his furniture.
The captain changed from a lion to a little weasel.
He is as tough as jelly these days.
Well, maybe he's ready to retire. Swap his treasure for a home in a settled life. After all, he can't fit no more treasure in that cabin of his.
Because that's the food, boys. You're not spending the fish